Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about Deutschland, Germany. In this video, I'm sharing my best travel tips from my trip to Germany. Germany was amazing. The history, the buildings, the beer gardens, bigger than my whole apartment. It was really something special. Whether you're planning a trip or just want to know what it's like to visit this awesome country, I'll talk about everything from cool cultural stuff to helpful tips to make your trip easier. Like, did you know they're super serious about recycling? I once put a plastic bottle in the paper bin by mistake, and I swear I saw an old lady gasp. Okay, first things first, let's talk about getting around in German cities. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned traveler, navigating these cities can be both exciting and a bit overwhelming. They're beautiful, full of cobblestone streets and buildings that look like they're from a fairy tale. Each city has its own unique charm and character, making every corner worth exploring. But they're also huge. Berlin alone is 9 times bigger than Paris. Crazy, right? This means there's a lot of ground to cover, and you'll want to make the most of your time. The best way to see these cities is by walking. Walking allows you to take in the sights, sounds, and smells of the city, giving you a more immersive experience. But before you start exploring, here's a tip. Get a good map app. A reliable map app can help you navigate the winding streets and find hidden gems that you might otherwise miss. Trust me, a good local app that shows you hidden beer gardens or the best currywurst stand is like having a little German friend in your pocket. These apps often have reviews and recommendations from locals, which can be incredibly helpful. Speaking of friends, let's talk about blending in. Blending in with the locals can enhance your experience and make you feel more at home. Learn a few basic German words. Danke, thank you, bitte, please, and other simple phrases. This effort goes a long way in showing respect and can make interactions smoother. Ein Bier, bitte. A beer, please. This phrase is particularly useful, especially if you plan on enjoying the local beer culture. That last one is super important, by the way. Knowing how to order a beer can make you an instant hit at any local pub or beer garden. Germans like it when you try, even if you sound a little silly. They appreciate the effort, and it can lead to more meaningful interactions. When in doubt, just do what the locals do. Observing and mimicking local customs can help you blend in and avoid any cultural faux pas. They know the shortcuts, the best places to eat, everything. Following their lead can make your trip more enjoyable and authentic. Okay, let's talk about transportation, especially trains. I've traveled a bit and the German train system is amazing. It's like they made public transport fun? Who does that? First, these trains are always on time. Like, really on time. Not almost on time, but right on time. If a train is even 1 second late, someone's getting in trouble. It's incredible. You can buy tickets online, at the station, or even on your phone. But here's the thing. Validation. Before you get on the train, find a little blue box on the platform and validate your ticket. If you don't, you might have an awkward chat with a very serious German train conductor. Chapter 3. Food, must-try foods in Germany. Okay, let's talk about the important stuff. Food. Germany has a rich culinary tradition that is often overshadowed by its European neighbors, but trust me, it's a hidden gem. German food might not be as famous as Italian or French food, but it's really good. From hearty meat dishes to delicious pastries, there's something for everyone. It's filling, tasty, and you'll feel like you can do anything after eating it. The portions are generous, and the flavors are robust, or at least eat a whole loaf of bread. First, the classics, bratwurst. These sausages are a staple in German cuisine and come in various flavors and styles. These sausages are so good. Whether grilled or pan-fried, bratwurst is always a crowd pleaser. They're juicy, flavorful, and you can find them everywhere. From street vendors to high-end restaurants, bratwurst is ubiquitous. I pretty much only ate them for a week. And honestly, I have no regrets. Don't judge, I was on vacation. Next up, let's talk about pretzels. Then there are pretzels, those big, salty, soft pretzels. Perfect with German beer. These are not your average pretzels, they're a culinary experience. Speaking of beer, we'll talk about that later because it's important. But for now, let's focus on the food. But we can't forget schnitzel. This dish is a must-try when you're in Germany. This thin, crispy, fried piece of meat, usually veal or pork, is like German comfort food. It's often served with a slice of lemon and a side of potatoes or salad. It usually comes with potatoes or spätzle, which are little German noodles that are like a mix of pasta and dumplings. Trust me, you won't leave the table hungry. Chapter 4. Speaking German. Useful German phrases for travelers. Okay, let's talk about language. German can be hard to say. It's like trying to talk with your mouth full of marshmallows. But don't worry, you don't need to speak perfect German. A few basic phrases will help, and the locals will like that you're trying. First, hello. That's hello in German. Easy, right? You're practically fluent. Next, danke, which means thank you. You'll use this one a lot, especially after trying all that yummy German food. Chapter 5. More travel tips, making the most of your German trip. Okay, before I finish, here are a few more tips from your favorite, and only, Kenyan Brit travel expert. First, the best time to visit Germany is, well, it depends. Each season offers something unique. Summer is nice, all sunny and beer gardens, but it's also busy, so expect lots of people and higher prices. If you love vibrant atmospheres and don't mind the crowds, summer is perfect. Winter is magical, especially if you like Christmas markets and hot wine, but it's cold. The festive spirit is unmatched, and the snow-covered landscapes are breathtaking. I like spring or autumn. The weather is still good, but there are fewer people and things are cheaper. Spring brings blooming flowers and fresh air, while autumn offers colorful foliage and a cozy atmosphere. Speaking of money, Germany uses the euro. It's handy to familiarize yourself with the currency before you go. They take cards most places, but it's good to have some cash, especially for small shops and markets. Many local vendors prefer cash transactions, and a tip, don't exchange money at airports or train stations, they have bad exchange rates. Instead, use ATMs or local banks for better rates. When talking to locals, being respectful is important. A little effort to speak some basic German phrases can go a long way in making connections and showing respect. So there you have it, my best travel tips for anyone planning a trip to Germany. It's a country with lots to do, from its interesting history and culture to its beautiful scenery, and of course, its delicious food and drinks. If you want to visit Germany, this video is full of helpful tips. From using the trains to ordering a beer like a local, I've got you covered. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, practice your German, and get ready for an amazing trip.